What are periods like? Doing things as simple as sneezing makes it feel you just gave birth to a jellyfish clot. Everything above, and also every time you meet a dog they'll go straight to sniff your crotch and you have to play it cool. When you wear a pad it feels like you're wearing a diaper and you are sitting in a pool of your own blood, so always feel wet and sticky. You feel fat, your jeans are kinda tight, your ovaries burn, your boobs hurt, everything is aggravating, and you may destroy underwear at least 2x in 7 days because a meeting went late. Every bathroom break looks like a car crash and you're gonna poop a lot. Don't get us started on period farts and you're gonna experience that once a month for 30 years. Tampons are expensive, discs are kinda expensive, Diva cups are pretty gross, and there is just nothing you can do about any of that. It varies from person to person. For some, there are crippling cramps that go on all day for several days or even weeks. The cramps can run from your legs to your chest, and often cause diarrhea and other issues too. For others, it's nothing more than a little discomfort for a day or two. The actual blood just kind of feels like extra discharge. It's not like the blood that flows through your veins. It's more like mucus. It often has clumps. It just becomes something that you have to deal with on a monthly basis. Not fun, but just something that happens. So you know when you've been up too long and you realize you're the biggest, ugliest piece of garbage to have ever existed? You ever try to go to sleep and wonder if you've ever had an authentic relationship with another person? You ever wonder if your loved ones, despite your love for them, resent you and hope you die in your sleep for all the shame you've brought upon them? How your career is hopeless and your overall contribution to humanity is a net negative. Okay, that, and then you go to sleep and wake up and you bled your pants. This happens monthly, and every time you wonder, wait, is this a genuine realization of how much I suck? Nope, you're about to bleed your pants. Bleeding pain, mental crisis. Some months, they are painful, emotional, expensive tampons aren't cheap, messy, annoying, inconvenient, and debilitating. And some months, other than bleeding, I have no other symptoms and they are not too bad. For me, what's worse than any other symptom by FAR are the effects it has on my mental health. PMS is often represented as just being moody, a little sadek, but for some people, it can cause aggravate symptoms of reminiscent of anxiety, depression, and more. When I was younger, I used to get panic attacks mostly in the week leading up to it, and it wasn't until I was 23 that I really began to notice the pattern. Then, like clockwork, all those symptoms alleviate 2 days into my period. I feel like people don't talk about it enough, and the emotional impacts of a period are super minimized. Like if you were sick, but less tangible. Just imagine having stomach flu. It's just weirder, like you get random pains and are like, was that the flu? Or something else? Why am I crying? Now I got angry because of some toddler level stuff. I'm hungry? No, I'm gonna throw up, etc. Yeah, and you bleed. But it might be different for every woman, some don't even notice, some feel like dying each month. Warm disgusting goo between your legs or a giant wad of cotton wedged up your asshole all day, with the occasional or constant cramp that feels like you're a 500 lb man who was forced to do 20 crunches, and the pain he feels the next day from muscle fatigue in the abdomen. I have been having my periods now for 20 years and a one-word description of it is horrible. Horrible all round. It starts I have severe PMS with extreme mood depression. I have suicidal ideation, extreme sensitivity to any form of rejection, extreme short fuse and irritability, and anger. The saddest part for me is that I know this is all due to PMS, so I kind of self-gaslight myself into thinking I am overreacting. This period can go from 10-5 days before my period starts. During this time, my energy is completely sapped out. I have no energy, no motivation to do anything. I somehow force myself to go to office and deliver. Now when my period starts, it is extremely uncomfortable lower abdomen pain, lower back pain, diarrhea. My lower legs also feel very cold and numb. I sometimes run a light fever. This goes on for 1-4 days. The pain is crazy first day and I usually take medicine and hot water bag. The diarrhea is very bad for me on 3rd day. However, my mood becomes completely fine once my period starts. Around 4-5 days, I feel alive, things seem brighter, I have energy and motivation to clean my house. I can make plans till the next period gloom starts. I will assume you or someone you know has AIDS. Imagine that someone grabs your once a month for 5 days straight and every time it happens you shit yourself. The world has made special plugs for your asshole, so that when you shit yourself you don't shit all over yourself. And everyone can smell it. And if you leave the plug too long your body will go into toxic shock and you could die. But because you were shitting yourself while someone is twisting your hormones decide you need to feel like you want to die. And sometimes your hormones just give you an eye-splitting headache that makes you feel like you might actually be dying. Unless someone comes along and hums you for less than 5 minutes, you get a wire stuck up somewhere in your body, or you get your asshole and balls removed. Like a train is going through your ovaries. Then you're bleeding like hell and pushing up a tampon that lasts like an hour. Complete pain, diarrhea, complete horror. And I'm 42 and have been experiencing this every couple weeks since 6th grade. For me, it's just bleeding for 4 days a month. My period is short and I don't typically get cramps or pain. Usually mine start off with me crying a lot and getting really emotional. Then I remember that I must be getting my period soon and then bam, red tsunami. The worst part is trying to fall asleep at night knowing that you may wake up in a red puddle if you sleep at the wrong angle. Also cramps suck and I feel tired all the time. Bullshit. They are like bullshit. I wouldn't know, but after 4 daughters, I can say that they vary from hello, I'm having my period to please fucking fuck off, it hurts so much. Like you pissed your pants, it's disgusting.